Hello and welcome. My name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay. Make videos about it. This is a What Sold video. I got some more to get. I'll explain this one in a minute. Some music? Interesting. And I subbed to this one channel called Dark Chord. Pretty cool. It's not music. Well, it was productive. So yesterday, all these disc media boxes were gone through. So I took the box like this and set that. Actually, I took 2 at a time. With the DVDs, I took 3 at a time. Sat down. Then I just columned it, listed longest. And then it just went right there. I went all the way down, all the way down. So a lot of these first ones are going to be completely full because they're the ones that get filled the soonest. But for the most part, they're in about the same type of order and how I would have them. The newer ones put in the bottom right-hand corner. It's not going to be accurate to on how I got them because of all the relistings and sell similars I've done, right? So it's going to be, but they're in the box. I don't care how long I've had them. I have the date stamps I can reference to for that matter. But as long as I know that I keep them in the same type of order when I go to continue to put new ones in here. All right. So that was 30-something boxes for the CDs. And 46 boxes of DVDs. CDs were probably 3 an hour. There are roughly 40 in each box, right? So you just have to spot it. There were about 10 when I was all said and done that weren't listed. And aside of these ones, so those 10 are about $400 worth of inventory, right? So, that 10 includes a couple of DVDs. So there are 8 CDs that weren't listed. I know there was a Jack Frost and there was a sealed something that was like $40. So I made sure that what was marked on eBay in my SKU that's supposed to be in box 23 was physically in box 23. Anything left over, I figured out where it had to go. It's either it sold, it was not listed, or it was listed and it was in the wrong box in that case, and I just changed the number to correspond with the box. So that was all day. That was 7, almost 8 hours to go through all those boxes and get back $400 of inventory. So was that 8 hours worth $400? Well, if we go with that's what they sell for. But yeah, to me, makes sense. Inventory management. And see, that's me explaining on why these were here. A long-winded way how to do that. So these should be, and then I have to get other ones too. These are just pulled by the number that it was in the box. So if this was box 23, and there was a 31, and then 35, and then 38, and then a 44, so they're not going to match up to how it is on this. But I do have a few others to get. These are just already out, and let's go ahead and get started with that. So it's a little different. So that's what I did. That is once a year I will do, and I still have to do the boxes or the books. Those don't take long because there's less than 20 and it's easy to identify and narrow down and read. It still takes 5 minutes a box, but that's going to be a couple hours to do all the books. And then I'm going to start consolidating stuff. I'm going to put my Blu-rays in here, and I may even have room to accommodate to put the VHS. This Atlas Parkway Drive. It is a deluxe, actually. When I went to figure it out. It's a CD, DVD. It's like a deluxe edition. But one I just got, essentially, $24. You gotta get a book. Handbook. What's that? Just that glare. $30. Actually, when I saw the picture, I thought it was like a small book. It's alright. I got a bubble envelope for it. High Spirits. That was a good one. High Spirits soundtrack. Fairly older school movie. This, I don't know on when it was from. Broadway classic. CD's from 93, right? But the 1964 playbill. So soundtrack put on CD in 93, at least this one, $37. Looks like it was, no, it was the first one that was on here. David Cassidy. So some Cassidy still. Osmond, some Osmond stuff in that realm of stuff. But 18. So if you're new here, I round up or round down. That was 1762, so I said 18. If it was 1749, I would have said 17. It's just what I do. All right, 28 days later, and it's strange. Well, not really too strange, but it kind of. So I was watching, I Found You to Flip, Ramsey. And he's going through some VHS, and he has a sealed amongst thousands of ponds, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of other things of physical media. He has a Jurassic Park, and he called it the holographic, and I guess that's what people call it. It's holographic, but it's called lenticular or lenticular. But this one sold, and I have another one too. Another version of this, and I think the other one is, I don't know if it's special, because they vary from widescreen, full screen, non-widescreen, special, so on and so forth. But 22. Yeah, Ramsey, he has himself at least 5 more years of constant work. Slugs and Bugs. Okay, that's not it. All right, the Slugs and Bugs, 24. Red Garland. Yes, I did get that one. Red Garland, 16. So nothing too much more. So I got the stuff that I sourced. That stuff is separated. At least I have all the new disc media out. That's going to get pictures. That's probably about 20. It's going to get pictures and put up by noon. And then I got to take the truck up to the mechanic, drop that off so that I can get looked at. And then wife and I might hit a couple stores. Probably not, because I just hit those ones around that area. But quick list of about 20. Anchor Bay. Come on, I thought I got this one. Oh, I did. This is The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and her lover. That was a good one. So it is outside of that part right there. So it has this little insert and the disc. Is mint. So it's a gold disc. Made a little better. The coating. Errato. So $50. 50. And that's why I love going out there and scanning. Because I'm just gonna see that. Like, I don't know really what that is. Okay. And even if it turns out to be, it's gonna be common of the common, I'm putting in no more than 10 seconds. But like, I don't know what that is. Scan, and they come up 50, 60, $70. I'm like, okay. That's why it's so much fun just going out and randomness stuff like that. And that's why I go to most of the time 4, 5, 6 stores each trip. Because some stores may just have a couple bread and butter things that I can get for 50 cents each, and then the next store is going to have 5, 50, 60, 70, $80 DVDs. Just never know. It's like anything that you want to sell or you're selling, except for it's just so much quicker to go through media. This Willie Nelson. You're always on my mind. Always. I think that's probably everyone's favorite Willie Nelson songs. I don't know. That's a good one. I did that with the last Willie Nelson, I think, but it was a much closer picture of him. Get some matching grays going on. This Tiana. This is one that I forget where I got it, but it needed resurfaced. So it sat on the pile for a little while until basically where my pinky is again, right on the edge. There's still one. I'm not going to try to keep doing that, but there's still one little mark. That one I had to get done a couple times. But $38. That's why I have a resurfacer, because if I couldn't resurface it, I would have either bought it to resurface much later or just not got it. That's why I got that resurface. What was it? A little over a year ago. Got to get a book. B18. It's Bible. It's 1989. Dictionary with helps. Words in Christ in red. And this one I've probably had for a while. I don't do a whole lot of $12 Bibles. But I probably got it when I was going to the thrift on the vine where I could fill a paper bag. It was like $5 or $10. You fill a paper bag of whatever, and it's $10. Besides like food, which they didn't have a lot of, and pet supplies. So that's $12. Finding a home. D7, the Tangerine. That's right here. Tangerine Bear. 13. Paul Simon, 2-disc, 15. You gotta get a book. Chris Rigby. Okay. Trying to take a behind the scenes break. Come back after I get this book. Come back, sip some coffee and stuff, and see Rigby running across the ice-covered parking lot. All right. So this utmost for his highest. So this is a planner, personal planner, pocket size, for 1998. A little bit of splotchy dot right there. So in some years, the days and the dates match up. I couldn't tell you which years they are that they'll match up and repeat. So things that are, I doubt this is why the guy bought it. But so some older ones, people will use it for the retro style because it matches up for the year on how it does for the current year. But this one I got on, I remember saying that I just got it, whatever it was, 50 cents, $1, because Chambers, Oswald Chambers, the guy who wrote that book. And there, if you sell books, you know that there's tons of these out there. There are some that are still, $15, $20. But this is just one that I didn't see any listed. No matter if I was typing in planner or whatever, none listed, none sold, none nothing. So this was just, I bought for the fact because it's that heavily known. And if there's not that many out there, and people buy this stuff up, not the planner, the title of the book, I'm sure sometimes somebody's going to see this and be like, oh, that's awesome. I'll pay, what was it, $22? They asked a question, they're like, do you know the dimensions? Like, I'm not around it right now, but it's like pocket size. And a little later, came in and got it for $23. Right, so $1. If I didn't spend $1, no cool story. That's where my brain goes with that kind of stuff sometimes. Like, oh man, there's 8,000 and most of his highest listed. I don't want that. Well, there's no planners listed. Get it to me. I'll list it. All right, LA Guns, $22. This one, another one I just got. Just got to me within a couple weeks. No, because I haven't really done much of any new stuff listings, and I think I did on the 2nd, 3rd, maybe. I'm just working my old inventory. I've got, basically whenever I want to finish doing it, but the sooner I get done with reworking all my inventory, the more I can be spending going out. But I'm doing all the reworking while it's cold and icy, and I don't have to. And it was unfortunate I couldn't go out more last week, but when I do go out, I capitalize like this is how much time I have, this is how many stores I can go to. I'm not going to be able to go to as many this week. Don't be passing stuff up. All right, so I got done pulling. So that was the last one from this stack. This sold at +3 at 202. Oh, no. I already had LA Guns. The 11th at 11 a.m. Yeah, so at 202 yesterday. Would have been my time that I was in box 20 or box 39. And at that point, I still had about 12 left. So I was about an hour in, an hour more I had to do. So let's find these other ones. C32. Harry Chapin. Remember when? So since I don't remember exactly, I remember seeing it. Oh, remember when the music. Remember when the music. Harry Chapin. 18. We're almost done, and then I'll set you free. Free. Was that? I'll give you my heart, my help. I'm getting a lot of my rock mixed up right now. D26. Just to have you once again. Never Cry Wolf. Never Cry Wolf. Another good DVD. And this is, it has the insert. Clean resurfaced disc. I can see the swirls on it. 29. Oh man, I've got the different sounds in my head. No matter how bad I am at singing, I will still give it a try, but I only got the words. Set me free. See, that's not even it. I can't entertain people with songs that even I don't know. Miracle soundtrack. It's sealed, so that helps. That's right there. Miracle soundtrack. There are 17 miracles, actually. Well, cracked front, but either way, 19. D36, because the Bethlehem. So a lot of these boxes, basically from maybe high 20s onward of the DVDs, only have this many. So, and I consolidated 2 down. I could probably consolidate 4 more. But right now, I don't need any more space. So just keeping the boxes there, which then if I'm going to if I took them down and reuse them, they'd go right back where they're at. So just leave them there and just fill them up as need be. If there's a box that'll end up with like 2 or 3, then yeah, me as well. D36, because of Bethlehem. 24. And drum roll, please. Hurt. All right, it should be right down here. Close enough. 23. So that is $489 in sales for the 20 things going out, $476 product cost received. So for 2 days, that's a little less than for me wise. For average, it's still a chunk going out. Still got to basically the threshold of where I need to. Got a little past that for the 1,000 a week payout is what I'm always looking for at a minimum. I got past that, even after I package this stuff up. So you are right there. No, I already said what I'm pretty much doing today. Pretty lax. So like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. I guess I went on a little bit about this Utmost, right? But that just makes sense. So if you saw something that's franchised that if you saw a Friday the 13th, I don't know, something that's just like I've never ever known, especially if you're familiar, if that's your franchise, that's your fandom right there. Like I've never seen that before. Let me look it up. Oh, there's none available. Oh, I can't find anything on it. Buy it. It just makes sense. The worst that's going to happen is you have one of something that there's way few of. So, let me think of going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. That helped me. We're helping everybody here. Appreciate it. Thank you.